G'day, it's Mark here at KombiLife and VanEssa. Welcome, Mark. Congratulations on this new vehicle.
Thanks very much.
Transported clearly, but tell us a bit about it.
Yeah, so we've got a long wheelbase, 4MOTION,
Engine?
450.
454 mo long wheelbase.
Beautiful. Yeah, she's packed. Absolutely jam-packed.
Jam-packed. So it's set up as an expedition vehicle. Mark, tell us a bit about yourself.
Yeah, so we predominantly be used as a work vehicle. I'm a plumber. But also travelling around doing fishing tournaments all around the country. So got a little one now, and yeah, we like to get away and do the Bass and Barra north and Brim tournaments down south. And
I hear you're one of the top fishermen in Australia running the tournaments.
I try to be.
Number 2 in the rankings, so it's pretty cool. What do you fish for normally?
I fish for Brim predominantly, but yeah, I think we have a bit of a hard crack.
Catch a bit of barra as well up north?
I have tried. Yeah, they've beaten me more than I've caught, that's for sure. So,
fantastic. So this was a, this is a special car, 454 motion with a diff lock, 2 front seats, armrests, and so on as it came from the factory, but we have done a fair amount of prep on this vehicle. So have a look from the front here, and Mark, just please point out anything I forget. But first of all, we've upgraded the frontal protection with the nudge bar, and attached to the nudge bar, something a little bit new, is a new Lazer LED light bar here, mounted beautifully to the underside of the nudge bar. So we have done the Lazer LEDs in the grille before. You've seen that on some other films, but this is a really discreet light bar that's really going to have a good spread up the country roads. You're doing a bit of night driving there?
Yeah, quite a bit. Always, keeping your eye out for kangaroos and wombats and whatnot. So it was a definite must to have on there. Also, the bash plate. Got a
so we've got the
bash plate in.
Got the engine and gearbox guard here. That's a genuine Seikel engine and gearbox guard certified by Volkswagen. So that doesn't compromise the warranty at all. And we also have the 8,000 kilogram recovery points here as well. So that has been added to the vehicle in the off chance that the 4MOTION with the diff lock, with the super duper all-terrain tyres, with the correct tyre pressures, leaves us in the lurch. Actually, I don't really even know if anyone has really used the recovery points, to be honest, but they're nice to have them there. I haven't heard of that many recovery stories.
No,
but it's really nice to have them there.
Yeah, look, you'd rather be looking at it than looking for it.
That's right.
Sort of stuck. If I get stuck anywhere, at least I've got that peace of mind.
You got insurance for the car?
I do.
Okay,
yeah.
so you like to have insurance for your car, but you don't really have to call upon it.
No,
so it's good. It's good. Same with the recovery points. We don't really want to have to call upon them. So we've got a raised air intake, currently facing forward, the raised air intake. But I might recommend to Mark to swap that around with a little adjustment there. Swap it around. If you're going to dusty areas, maybe just swap it back so we're not having as much dust go into the engine bay. We've added to the vehicle as well the overrider guards. So, Mark, you've had a particular tyre choice. Have you had experience with the Toyos before?
I've had Toyos previously. Look, my first choice were actually Nitto Terra Grapplers, and you just cannot get them at the moment. I've had the Toyos in the past, and I've had nothing but good things with them, so that was my next step. Definitely Japanese, and yeah.
So this is the Toyo. It is a open country mud and snow tyre, and it is a 245/65/17 with a 117/114S speed rating, so load rating 117/114, S for the speed rating. So that is a pretty serious tyre. You'll also see under here we've got the really heavy duty Bilstien shock absorbers with the Australian manufactured King springs. These were used in all the old ambulances, these springs, so they're particularly heavy duty. All the old T5 ambulances, T6 ambulances. So I've had great experiences with those in our buses before. And I should actually mention we've also got the black Rhino alloy wheels on these, so they're a particularly tough 17/8 with a 30 positive offset black Rhino wheel.
So this suspension's also had the lift as well.
That's what I mean. So it's got the Bilstien raised springs and the shock absorbers, the dampers from Bilstien. So it is lifted. So we're achieving lift on this vehicle in 2 ways. It's through the tyres at 245, as well as through the suspension with the diff drop kit also added to the back. Sticking with the outside of the vehicle, we've got a front runner platform. Mark, have you got some plans for the platform?
I do, yeah. I was talking to the boys today. Actually, apparently they've got a rod tube that we might look at.
A front runner?
Yeah.
The front runner boys have a rod tube, so that would be a good addition.
And I'm going to have pipe and ladders and all that sort of thing up there. So yeah, it'll get a workout.
Now, I haven't heard of fishermen drinking much, but there is a bottle opener accessory for this as well. So on the off chance a fisherman drinks after a good day.
As long as it's on the other side, not near the driver's side, I would use it.
On the other side, good call, good call. Yeah, that's quality. Okay, so we've got, I think we've got the windows on both sides, rear arches here as well. Let's move around to the back of the vehicle. So we've added the tow bar. The genuine tow bar coated by Volkswagen. We've also got a Tow Pro controller on this as well from Red Arc. We also have here the front runner ladder for T6.1. But here's a little detail. So we've got the laser light up there. Do you want to tell us about the thinking behind that, Mark?
Mate, it's for towing the boat, putting the boat in the water. Yeah, manual switch on the inside, so it's separated from the reverse, the lights, and yeah, no-brainer when you're putting the boat in the water, for sure.
Also on the vehicle is the awning, the 3-metre awning. As we know, that projects out 2.5, providing 7.5 square metres of coverage. So that'll be particularly valuable in inclement weather. It'll be very valuable in hot weather as well. We've got the opening window here, which is a Kingsley opening window. The new JTEC slider. And I've opened the door as well because we do have the LED awning strip here. So we're just going to turn that on. Have a look here at the switching mechanism. There's a touch switch here to turn on and a colour selector. So I can be on this colour. It's currently on. I can turn that on and off if you look up here. So the awning LED light is on. I can hold the switch and brighten it. Let go. I can hold the switch again and it will dim. Hold the switch again and it will brighten. I can turn it off again on that toggle switch, and then to the other position is to orange, and again I can hold it and dim that, which is really, really nice feature. Moving to the inside of the vehicle, we can see, Mark, you mentioned that the family is growing.
Yeah, most
so
definitely. Yeah.
We've got some seats in here. Now we've typically installed the Tech Safe triple seat.
Yep.
But we've deviated from this. Why have we done that?
So I've got a little boys 3 now, so it'll have a single baby seat in the back, but then I've also got the ability to remove 2 seats or 1 seat, depending on what I want to do and what I've got storage-wise. So I just wanted that flexibility to be able to, you know, if I want them out, I can have them out. Like I say before, rather be looking at it than looking for it.
So we've got, the van could be a 2-seat van like it was delivered in the first place from the factory.
That's right.
I could have it like it is now, 5, or a 3 if I take the double out, or a 4 if I take the single out,
Yeah, that's
or
right.
back to the 5 with everything back in. So
Yeah,
that's
yep.
super duper flexibility
And it's a
there.
little bit like a limousine where you sit there. If I was travelling with a couple of my mates somewhere, they'd be kicked out, and I'm sure they'd be having the SD too.
We also have in both sides, I'll just move this around, the swivel seat. But just a reminder, Mark, seat in the forward-facing position whilst the vehicle in motion.
Yeah.
If your mates are in there in limo mode, you're not really meant to drive.
Hey, you were the one that talked about the bottle opener, right?
Because the seatbelt's not going to function correctly. So when we're driving along, turn that thing back around. But that's a pretty nice. We can swivel both seats. So that's a pretty nice lounge area,
Yeah.
actually, because that can move back further, of course. And that's a pretty nice lounge area, actually. Look, if it is actually pouring down rain,
Yeah,
you can all jump in there and take refuge.
That's right.
Chuck the table in there and.
Yeah, as soon as I saw the availability of that, yeah, I was all over it, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
So we can flip those seats down and make a bed. I won't do that now. You've seen that all before in the videos. But we have a look around the back here. We do have a pretty cool feature, which I imagine, Mark, you're going to use this for work and for play.
Yeah, so
Our Arco twin slider system, no kitchen.
no kitchen. I opted for the no kitchen straight up, just to use it first. I want to see how I'm going to use it. Very hard thing to sort of get your head around until you've actually used a van like this for work and for play. I just wanted the ability to see how my tools fit in it, and then if I wanted to add the Arco in,
The kitchen
simple
system,
plug
yep.
and play, you know.
Yep,
and-
you can
and,
literally drop it in. There are 2 little holes here. There's one here and one there. So once it drops in, just 2 little M6s and
Yep.
it's secured.
Yep.
And you can add the fridge if you want. You can have a really big, the biggest we've put on here is the CFX 95, so the
Right.
twin compressor fridge.
Yep. Yep.
And I know we're going to do an upgrade on this before too long with the new underseat battery solution.
That's right.
So that's
yep.
a very cool new 160 amp underseat battery solution specifically for this model. There'll be some other good features associated with that, including a 2,500 watt inverter.
Yep.
So if you need
That's already in here, I think, the inverter.
That's great. So you know, if you need a hairdryer or something like that.
Oh no, sorry, actually no, the inverter's not in here at the moment.
No, but the new 2,500 watt one, it will go under the seat as well.
Right, yeah.
So that'll run the lights, the fridges, the fans, the awning lights.
Yep.
And you know, it'll run that inverter as well. So these are good for 250 kilograms. So that I can imagine will be very useful in your work.
Yeah, most definitely.
The whole thing's modular, so we can take those seats out as already discussed.
That's right.
You can take these boxes out.
Yep.
You have an empty van.
That's exactly
You
right.
can help someone move house, but just tell those people that no, everything's permanent.
Yeah. Yeah. So no, look, I think it's going to be a really useful vehicle. I think I'll hold on to this one for a long time. You know, having all the insulation and carpeting done inside was definitely something I've always wanted in a van. Vans are typically pretty rattly and noisy inside, and I wanted to make this as comfortable as I possibly can. You know.
Yeah, it's so much more comfortable. You've got so much sound deadening in there. There's a lot of insulation. There's all the carpeting.
Yep.
When I pick up these vans, sometimes you know it's just got a metal floor,
Yep.
A full tank of juice, and then I hear the fuel. Once I've run the juice down a bit, hear the fuel sloshing around.
Yeah.
You won't hear that anymore in that. It's just
No.
nice and quiet now. So.
No, it's well, it's definitely a credit to you guys, the way that you go about and how you conduct yourselves as a business and how it's been dealing with you guys. It's
thanks,
it's
Mark.
been exceptional.
We've been dealing with Matthew a lot, I know, and
Yeah,
Lisa
oh,
in
look,
trying to get the car registered.
Yeah, but everybody's nice and friendly. You pop in, you say good day to everybody, and I've walked in. You know, they've shown me through each stage of how it's all coming together, and I've been. Yeah.
What's important to you? We have one chance to do it right, and we want to do it right for the first time.
Well,
so
you know,
you come and
you pay you pay what you pay for these vehicles, and you get a premium product, and you get premium service.
Yeah, no, fantastic. Thanks again, Mark. Many happy journeys.
Thanks very
Please
much,
tag us
mate.
on Instagram, and we'll reciprocate. So your Instagram account is
Look, I
the
think
fishing?
It's Mark Crompton Fishing, Promo Fishing. There's
there's a couple of them. We'll try and list them in the comments below.
Yeah, will do, yeah.
And when you're out there with the boat, please tag us, and we'll share those across
will do.
social media.
Yeah.
And many happy travels, and drop in any time.
Yeah, I will.
Maybe bring us some fish one Friday. Okay.
Too easy.
Good on you, Mark.
Cheers.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates, and keep an eye out for more interesting builds.